Hey, beautiful nail friends. Welcome to my channel. So today I want to do a duck mani. So for the base color, I am using Color Vibe and Blue Skies. So mostly want a water theme. So I'm going to be using Maniology Plate M588. This is their new duck plate. So we're going to start with this image here, and I'm going to go to Maniology Acorn B498. So we will definitely be doing some reverse stamping. It's getting a little tiny off that side there. Next, I'm going to get this image here. I thought that was cute. I also do like the little babies with their mom, but I've decided just to do some of the other ones today. I'm going to get this one up here. And I think this would be a good plate that you could add into like other manis. Like if you were doing any kind of um, a water mani, it's got cute little additions on here. And I'm gonna get this one right here. I think I'm just gonna do this one instead of both. I feel like they're not both gonna fit on the nail that I'm gonna use it on, but if I change my mind, I could always come back for the other one also. And I'm gonna come back in a minute to get one more. Okay, we're gonna start with this image. And for all of the beaks, I'm gonna go to LA Colors and Frill. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So since these are all going to be the same, I'm going to do that and come back. Also, this one's feet are showing, so I've done that as well. I'm going to go ahead while I have this color and go through the other stamps and do the same thing. So I've done that. Now I'm going to go to Color Vibe in Whiteout, and we're going to do some of the ducks in this tone. Looking at my lighting here to see if I need to turn it up a bit. Okay, so I did just a little bit. So I am super late on filming today because when I got up, once again, the internet was out. I'm like, oh great, never know when it's going to come on. Sometimes, which I'm very thankful, it'll be into the next day. And I have to have it, of course, we have to have internet for anything anymore these days, right? Which isn't really good, but I have to have it to be able to upload. So I was thankful when it come back on. Um, but also I need to go do an errand and I don't want to. I'm keep talking myself out of it. I'm not gonna have a choice. I got to for sure tomorrow. But anyway, my daughter and I were talking kind of back and forth like if what we were gonna do or whatever. And we're both kind of kind of a bit moody and all of a sudden I'm like, why am I so hot? I was like burning up and I'm like, am I hot flashing or like what's going on here? So I go to look at the air conditioner and it's saying it's 81 degrees. I'm like, what the world? Because I have it set on 76. I try to keep it up as much what I can as much because y'all know bills, electricity, it costs, right? So I was like, well, what's this about? Okay, I'm gonna swap and go to LA Colors Go Bright, give them a little bit of a yellow tone on some of them. So I was like turning it off and back on, and I was like, well, maybe the battery is out on the controller thingamajigger that's on the wall. And so I changed them out and it came on, but I was like, well, this isn't cooling down. So I was like, climbed up to kind of basically feel where the vent is to see what the air coming out felt like. Well, it was just blowing like a fan. So I was like, oh no, because you wouldn't think 81's that bad. And it gets much worse here, of course, but because it's so humid here, you can just really feel it real quick. And once I'm hot, I'm like, you don't want to be, you don't want to be by me because I get in a bad mood. I think most women, once we get hot, you don't like, you better watch out. So I I don't like to bother my husband if he's working, but I let him know I'm like, oh no, because y'all know those systems is expensive. So he has a friend that's brother, he works on them. He's hoping that it's just like something simple that just needs something to make it run. So it is hot, and because we get so hot here anyway, which it's going to be getting into the hundreds, it always does in the summer. You need air. So I'm gonna jump to Maybelline Tropic Talks for the green. And we have some fans, but it just gets so miserable. Like that just does not do much. So your sis is hot. So I turned on a little air thing we have, and it did help, but I did have to turn it off so I could film because it's gonna be too loud, I'm afraid. So you won't be able to hear me so much, I don't think. Or I'll feel like I won't be able to hear what I myself. So hopefully, um, that friend can come tomorrow and hopefully it won't be something serious. Because I told my husband, I said, if it's if the system's just out, I'm highly just considering just doing window units because it's just too expensive with the, having to replace systems. That's crazy on top of just how much everything else is. So that was my day, friends. Now listen, I know it can always be worse, and I'm thankful for, any good, but boy, it got me in a mood. And there's some flowers on here too. And see that lily pad up there too. So I'm gonna have to bring in my other green as well. I am glad that we're not in the hundreds yet, because I don't know that, I mean, they don't make you feel sick. And if I didn't have the fans, I guess I would have had to we would have had to go sit in the car or something. I'm gonna jump to Kenny Mayo 961. So thank you so much for letting me vent that. Okay. Oh, Joe, please tell me, how was your day? What have you been doing? Also, are you somebody that likes, do you put off your errands or do you just go ahead and get everything over with? I sure wish I was like that. I think part of my stuff is I got other things like, I don't know how to explain that. other things in my head that I'm just like, I don't know. It makes it hard, like, to function the way I need to. And I've been like staying so tired. And I did mention I had a medication change. I was already tired, okay? But it's even worse, which it could be from that. I'm hoping that subsides. But it's weird because I've struggled that with that forever and nothing ever comes back. Well, currently, like I've had, things throughout life, that if you don't feel good, there's sometimes a little reason, but it never subsides ever. Okay, so I'm going to Color Vibe Tree Blossom for the flowers. Um, it's always there, and I can never find a good reason for it or get an answer, and it's miserable. It's like that type of tired that you never ever feel rested. And I've been this way for so long. But I did recently have my blood work. It's not showing anything off like that. I have one tiny small thing, but it's apparently not, shouldn't be, I guess, anything to do with it. And I take vitamins. I don't know, it's just never mattered what I've done. I guess some people are just like that. I don't know. I have heard of chronic fatigue, and I know that my mom had somebody in her family that did have it. So I don't know, maybe, but nope, I've mentioned this and it's never really been looked into. Okay, I think for those little middles, like the middle of the flowers, I'm going to put some yellow. So I'm going to paparazzi, be optimistic. So your sis had a lot to vent about, apparently. Okay, so I don't need to color in for the water because, of course, the background color will do for that. Oh, that one duck. I got to touch that one up. So I'll do that and be back in a minute. Okay, we're gonna move to this one and do the same thing. Actually, I don't really like being cold either. I'm one of those people, I'd really love for it to be just kind of middle, which I know that's a lot to ask. So originally I wasn't gonna get this plate, and I say this all the time, I know. Uh, but when I had gotten the Maniology ambassador gift, my last one, it had the mouse plate and the chicken plate. And so I went ahead and got this one and the cow one because I was planning on doing like a farm theme. But obviously now I'm doing it basically separate. So, okay, I'm gonna go back to the white. I guess in a way, I kind of was thinking I could do the plates separate and then at some point do them like together as like piece them together to make a whole farm theme. But I also have so many things plates I need to be working through. So we will see. But I kind of wanted to get this one done for like this time of the year instead of like in the summertime, which I guess this could be a summer mani as well. So again, that water will be okay because of the background. Okay, and this one, I'm gonna do this duck over here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that one in white. And I'm gonna be adding a couple little things to bring all this together better. And now I'm back to Go Bright. And then also, my daughter started not feeling great, so I'm like, oh no. Do you ever feel like that? Like just constantly like a situation. Maybe that's why I'm so tired all the time, y'all. And this one, I'm gonna do Go Bright. So, I've mentioned before, but just in case, because I had somebody ask me, I do use my just regular cheap polishes for my reverse stamping typically, except on my nails, my natural nails, I'll use my stamping. But when I do this, I just use my cheap ones like Dollar Tree, the LA Colors, that sort of thing. Okay, I'm gonna do this flower pink as well, just so we keep that same color theme. Okay, I did that little leaf green off camera. I'm gonna go to my gray, kind of like this duck is leaning off like a sidewalk or something, like putting its head in the water. This one is Maybelline Serene Steel, because it doesn't really look like a ground to me, but it could be whatever you want. Okay, I'm gonna bring in plate M575. I'm gonna get a kind of like this section right here, and I'm gonna try Maniology's Mercury Bassline B175, and because I can't remember if, I don't know if it's gonna show the way I want on this color tone, but we'll find out. Actually, I think I want this section here instead. Okay, so now we're gonna go to Maniology plate M323, and we're gonna get just random bits of these down here. So I'm going to go to Maniology's Evergreen B315. And I mentioned before, because this one, they don't have it anymore, unless they brought it back and I don't know it. An alternative is Rond. So I'm just going to get some different ones. I got polish on my hand and didn't even know it. Didn't even know how long it's been there. Okay, and I'm not going to clean it off just yet because I'm just going to get little bits. Let's see. Let me do this. And I'm going to do that on one more. Oh, I was hoping I could go ahead and get that one too, but that's all right. I'm gonna move to this other one over here. Oh, I didn't get all of it, but that's okay. So I don't actually need all of it. Okay. Okay, let me show you where we're at right now. Okay, on this one here, I'm gonna go to Color Vibe Frosted Petal and apply it all across the nail. This is gonna give me that blingy water that I like. Now I also have that other color called Lunar, which I love as well to do this, but I just used to use this one this time. Now I know on camera you're seeing lines. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me show you with the bottle closed real quick. It'll just give kind of a tint. Now, in person, I can tell I see like some blue tone and pink tone slightly, but it just shows up a little bit on this color, which is fine. I just needed a little bit. So I'm actually going to use that as my sticky base to apply this image. Because it doesn't really matter what you use that I have found. As long as it's tacky, it should be fine. So it'll just give a slight sheen. Let me get let me get this one. It doesn't have the sheen yet. I don't think it's showing up for you. I do apologize. I don't have the best camera, the best of the best, but I don't have the worst of the worst either. And I have upgraded before, but I am watching one. I don't know if it should be better, but I'm watching to see if it goes on sale. Um, so what I'm doing is I'm going to go to this, it's a layering part. I'm going to go to this part first, and I'll go to Maniology's B170, place it, and then we'll come back for the um, top part. So because I don't know if the issue is my camera. I don't know if it's just the lights that I have I don't know. Because I want things to show up for you guys the way I see it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. But I have actually heard others. Let me do that one more time. I don't really like that pickup. Um, that I know have very nice cameras. They're like, YouTubers that are been doing this a long, long time and have, really good equipment. Sometimes say the same thing. So I don't know really what all it has to do with. So even if I got something better, I don't know. It still may not be great, but I don't know. All I can do is try my best. All right. Okay, I'm going back to Acorn. And the only thing I'll need to do is touch up the beat. Like, 'cause I want that to be that peach tone. Okay, and I've done the beak. But let me just show you. Is this one what? Yeah. So this one, of course, was layered. This one was reverse stamped. And to me, I typically just like the look of a reverse stamped image more so than a layered portion, but I don't know, decided I will mess with it because I've been trying to kind of get better at my layering. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I want to get, for this nail, I want to get one more green. Let's do, let's do this one. I don't know why it's always so hard for me to decide what I want. Okay, get one little extra piece off there. Kind of wanted it, I need it up more. And it kind of interfered with the other one, but that's okay. What I could do is thinking, let me just grab this one here. Kind of basically put it back, put it over that. That's okay. It's just gonna be like a mossy kind of vibe. Green, what do you call all that? Not just moss, but you know how there's like growth and stuff under the water like that? Okay. So I'm going back to that color and I'm gonna start from the middle section down. And I wanted this over the greenery so it looks like part of it being underwater versus it being looking like it's on top of the water, if that makes sense. And then I'll show you why in just a minute why I'm not applying it at the top. So I'm going to do it with that one and this one. Oh, also this one I'm going to apply on the entire, no, I'm not. That one's also going to go halfway. Well, a little bit more than halfway. Okay, we're going to take these two guys. They're going on this one. Oh, they got this little splash. That's what that is right there. Okay, actually, I feel like this one's more ready than the other one. Okay. I'm gonna try to get part of this line here, I believe. And I'm just gonna see if this will pick up for me and try to finish off either side of this line here. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know it's not in frame. So I'll probably need to do that one more time with my Acorn color just to get the same color tone across. So I will do that and be right back. Well, I kind of figured somebody might want to see it. So let me just trying to place it a little bit above it to kind of get it to blend. Oh, okay. All right, so now I'm going back to my Color Vibe whiteout. For the ducks that are out of the water, like there's an out part, go into Crazy Brush, and we're going to make our clouds because it needs something to pull together. Tapping off some extra. And again, as you've seen me do before, you'll just do that until you get it to your desired look. Or you can stamp clouds on. If you have a cloud image, that's totally fine too. So I want to do this on any of my images that have an outside image. So like this one needs it. So I'm going to do that on that one as well. So I know y'all have seen me do this many times, so I'm not going to bore you with it. So once I've completed it, I'll be back. Okay, so what I want to do for these two that I don't like where they're at. So we're going to bring in Manuology Plate M373. And for one of them, I'm going to grab this large cattail here. So I'm going to go back to Acorn. And then I'm going to grab like this section right here of these lily pads. And this grassy patch right here. Okay, so right now I have Tropic Talks back out. I'm going to do for the green. I'm also going to go ahead and come over to the lily pads and do the same thing. Okay, get some more. Okay, so I'll finish this image and be back. All right, this one's done. Oh, let me show you from that direction. This one, for the top portion, I'm going to go to Candy Bago 941. There goes one of those tops. I mentioned, or been mentioning, my tops are coming apart, like separated. So I have to remember to glue that one. There was one I did glue it, and it did not stay. Wonder why these are called cattails. Maybe that's just a nickname for them. That's how I've always heard them called. Okay, and last thing for this one, it's gonna get the darker green because it's gonna go under the water. So I want the darker green under color to be the underwater tone. Okay, so I want my lily pads here. They're going to go to this one. And I want this grass underneath. Should be like the pond flooring. I guess that's the best way to call it. And then this one, I want the lily pad here. Oh, I feel like this one just needed a little extra. So now this one, I'm going to go to that color and we're going to get our, oh, sorry, that bottle was making that screeching noise, to give the underwater look. So I'm going to start up here where those ripples are. There, now you can see that on camera. And we're done, friends. See how much I've calmed down just from the beginning of the video? It just gives you a peaceful calmness when you're doing nail stamping. And I love it. It's like medicine to the soul. Okay, so this one didn't need any extras because it already had some greenery. Um, it's also kind of more on the water, so it didn't need clouds, as to where the ones that have underwater and above water, I wanted the clouds just to bring it more together. This one already had some of the greenery. I added the cattail just to kind of pull it together more so because I felt like it was missing something there, and it's like he's just swimming out of the greenery. This one, he's stuck in his head. He's on the edge, of course. I wanted the greenery under there to, so it's like he's like ducking down, getting some food. And this one, I wanted the green at the bottom to pull it in, because it just felt like it was missing something as well. And I added the lily pad to kind of finish it off. Now, I'm thinking I could have probably added a little bit of something here, but at the same time, I don't want to overdo it. And I'm always like that. I'll be thinking, oh, I could have added da da da, but it's either way. And then these two are ducking under, so I wanted the greenery to come up to reach them to look like they are also, getting their food as well. And I wanted the water shimmer to make a difference between the sky portion and the water portion, and I wanted it over the underwater greenery so it would look more so like it's underwater versus the greenery being like look like it's on top of the water. I hope I make sense. So I just wanted all the extra additions just to pull everything together. Try to pull it. I feel like on the where the greenery is, you can see that shimmer. Well, you can see it here now when I pull it closer, but you can more so see it on these because there is something um, to work with it to pull it to where you can see it better than on this one. So thank you so very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. And I will list the Maniology products I use in the description box. And until the next one, have a very blessed day, and I love you, friends. Bye.